Next thing is interface. Okay. Before move on to the interface, now I think everybody is clear with what actually class means. Is it right? So nobody have any doubts in this, and how we can provide abstraction, and how we can provide a encapsulation, and how we can inherit it, and how we can provide a polymorphism. Everybody is clear with this. Is it right? So either we can overload a function or override a function, or we can abstract it. So there is one more very important topic called abstract keyword. I think everybody. So my question is, uh, okay, I will place this poll. Okay. So all of you are aware of abstract keyword? Okay, fine. It's a 50-50 situation. Some of them are aware of abstract keyword and some of them are not aware of abstract keyword. Okay. So, abstract keyword, okay, we can have, we suppose if wish some class, we want to force some class to inherit by some other class. Okay, so in that particular part it means that if I want some other class to inherit some of the properties of my class, that is forcefully I need some of the subclasses want to inherit some of the methods of my class. So there is no some meaning that I can have my own implementation. Even some other class which are subclasses to me, they can have an implementation. Is it right? Like that, suppose if you have any class that consists of a method, if you have any class that consists of a method that don't have any implementation within this, okay, within that class, but that implementation is presented within the subclass of that class, then normally we call that is called an abstraction. Okay, we will have only so abstraction. There is another meaning also. Okay, so abstract provide a Java a mechanism to achieve an abstraction. That is, we will have only method signature in the class, and the signature and this method can be implemented in some other classes, which is a subclass of this class. Okay, so that class we will normally call it as a abstract. Normally, for abstract class, we don't have any object at all. We cannot instantiate the abstract class. Abstract class only we will provide the signatures and members. That's all. Okay, this signature can be used by some other subclasses that can be used to implement its own functionalities. There is no implementation at all in the abstract classes. Normally, whenever I say abstract classes, I will have two types of method. One is abstract method, something like non-abstract method. But you need to know about this. You cannot create abstract method in a normal class. That is, you cannot create an abstract class in a normal class. Normally, if you want to make your class as an abstract class, of course, you have to give a keyword called abstract. Let's learn one example. Okay. Okay, fine. Uh, okay, I'll come to this. I have a class called bike. Fine. So this is a class which belongs to a package called abstract class. Okay. See here, I have created a class called Honda 4, which is an abstract class here, which is an abstract class. It means it consists of both abstract method or non-abstract method. The thing is, once you create a class as abstract, it says that this class has to be inherited by some other classes. That is the thing what abstract class actually means. Okay, so here, whatever the method of whatever the method of this Honda 4 is there, okay, that is run method, we don't have any implementation here. We will have only a signature of that. If any method that is an abstract, we don't have implementation within the class. That implementation can be done only in the class which is inherit this Wonderful class. Okay, that is what the advantages of here. We don't have any implementation. It's just like we have abstraction. The implementation is provided in some other class. Okay, so if any classes which is abstract, then it has to be inherited by some other class, and only abstract class will have abstract members, whether it may be abstract functions. Okay, even it consists of even not an abstract function. But if you, okay, let us first run this program. See, it says that bike is a class which is inheriting a property and methods of Honda 4, which is abstract class. Okay, and it consists of an abstract method run where I don't have any implementation here. I just only have signature here. If I try to put implementation here, for example, something like this, see what will happen. See, I'll have error because it's a compilation. It is not at all possible that I can have a implementation within the, suppose if I do like this also. Okay, suppose assume I don't have any implementation, even though I will have error. See, I will have error because abstract class, you cannot provide the implementation within the abstract class. Okay, any abstract method, you cannot directly provide the implementation there itself. You can only provide a signature. So that's why I'll have only signature. Okay, I can only provide the implementation in any classes which inheriting this abstract classes. There in bike, I am going to provide the signature. Just if it is abstract, then it is only means to for overloading. Okay, so let us run now. So it's running. Okay, we cannot create any instances for Honda. That you must understand. It will give you an error. See, again compile, cannot instate the type Honda because Honda 4 is an abstract type. Okay, you cannot create, it is not at all possible to create a Honda 4 object. Okay, you can only create an object type. What you cannot create, it's as a instances of this Honda 4. Okay, that will give you an error. That you must understand. Okay, fine. Okay, so we know the concept called abstract thing. Okay, so what are the advantages? The abstract thing is also, it is a mechanism to achieve abstraction. Okay, it is a mechanism to achieve abstraction. There is one more way I can achieve the mechanism. I can achieve the abstraction mechanism, that is through interfaces. Interfaces in Java is similar to a class, but we can say it is a blueprint of a blueprint of a class. What exactly it means? In class, normally we have properties and behavior. Is it right? Behavior. So the properties, we can initialize properties all within the class itself or outside the class itself, no problem. Okay, behavior, we can provide signature within the class, or we can even implement the behavior within the class itself. Okay, in the class, it is everything is possible, but interfaces, it is not at all possible to implement, as it is like a abstract class. It is not at all possible to implement any behavior within the interface itself. This behavior should be implemented by any classes which implements these interfaces. That's why we will call it as a blueprint of a class. Okay, so a interface that is similar to a class, where it consists of both properties and behavior, and all behavior don't have any implementation there itself. They have only signature. All implementation should be done by a class which implements this interfaces. So that's why this is also a way we can achieve abstraction. Normally, in okay, one more thing. My question, okay, does Java supports multiple inheritance or not? So majority have opted true. Okay, let us learn one example. We'll come to that point.